This is the first annual PLE Science Fair hosted by the PLE Bucks County branch. We hope to keep this PLE Science Fair running in the future, especially to help elementary schoolers get interested into research.
So first, let's give a brief overview about the fair. This is a science fair for elementary school students, and we welcome all students or children who love exploration and experimentation to showcase their scientific creativity and discoveries through hands-on experimentation. And in order to be eligible to compete in the science fair, you must be a student either in grades 3 through 6. And you can also participate individually or into groups, with groups being having up to 3 people per group.
Now, there's a lot of project types that you can do. Some project types that you can do are like fun science experiments, which is a simple simulating a volcanic eruption, or small inventions and projects such as a manual elevator model or simple robots. And you can also do environmental and energy saving ideas, such as making a automatic watering device from recycled bottles. And you can also do a observation and recording of a natural phenomena. And one example of this is a weekly plant growth diary, and you can always do something that is not in this category.
So this is a brief look at our rubric, and as you can see, it basically follows the scientific method. There's a bit of background research, which is 10 points, hypothesis and purpose, experiment, data and results, analysis, conclusion, references, and there is a sophistication section where we do want to see students go above and beyond. That point section is a bit of like a bonus point section, but we are primarily looking towards the scientific method points, as you can see with the first 100 points. And this is out of 110, and obviously based off how that we judge, whoever gets the highest score will get first place. Well, we'll judge based off the interview first, but that's basically how we'll be judging and we'll be grading you guys.
So here are some of the requirements for your submission. You have to have a project report. So this is a Google document for people who are not in China, and this will have to include the project title, development process, findings, analysis, and conclusions. And there's a maximum of 800 words on this, not including the works cited. So your references and sources that you can use can go over the 800 limit. And so images and text are also preferred in included in your project. You can also choose to submit video or image material, and these are completely acceptable. For example, photos of the projects, of the development process, or a video demonstrating your project is acceptable. However, the video duration should not exceed 5 minutes. And the project report is required for submission, but the video and image material is not. However, if you do choose to submit these visual aspects, it will increase your chances of winning.
So here is a example of a project report. So the first second section, you can see the background research, and this is basically just the research that is needed for the judges to understand what your project will be about. And then there's the hypothesis and purpose, followed by the experiment. And in the experiment, you will include the materials that you're using, the different groups, and then the procedure. And then the data and results, followed by the analysis. And this is basically where you're going to be analyzing the results that you got. And conclusion, you're going to connect this back to a hypothesis. And finally, the references is basically the works cited and the resources that you use to conduct your experiment.
So there will be awards and prizes for the science fair.
And so here are some important dates to keep in mind as we're moving forward. So the science fair registration form has already opened, but this registration form closes on January 14th, 2026 at 11:59 p.m. So if you are interested or think you are going to do the science fair, please register before that date. And to actually submit your science fair project, that opens on January 15th, and there's a strict deadline for the final submission of your project, which is on May 21st. And competitors who have advanced to the interview stage of the competition will be notified on May 29th. And so if you do score high enough on your initial submission, you will go to an interview stage. And this week is on May 30th to June 5th. And keep in mind that there may be times in which the interviewers are unavailable, and we can make arrangements if all the times offered do not work. And all of the awards and winners will be announced in mid-June of 2026.
大家好，这是第一节 PLE 科学竞赛。这个比赛是给小学生的，让大家动手动脑，发现科学的乐趣。
这是小学生的科学竞赛，欢迎所有喜欢实验的孩子们参加，展示他们的科学创意和发现。
对象就是给3到6年级的朋友都可以报名，可以1个人在1队，或者最多3个人。欢迎感兴趣的小朋友踊跃报名。
作品形式可以提交的项目类型包括趣味科学小实验，比如火山喷发模拟；小发明，比如手动升降电梯模型等等。
这是评分标准，项目如果有复杂性，可以获得额外加分。
作品提交格式，第一个是项目报告，内容要项目名称、制作过程，然后还要发现与结论，不能超过800个字，然后也不包括引用的作品。然后第二个是图片和视频书开，可提交项目制作过程照片或演示的视频，然后视频不能超过5分钟。最重要的是项目报告一定要在 Classroom 网站上交，可是图片和视频不一定要交。
这是一个科学竞赛报告的例子，这是研究音乐对植物生长的影响，有背景研究、假设、实验方法、结果和结论。
这是最重要的日期，最重要的就是5月21号晚上11点59分，一定要把项目提交到 Classroom 网站上，然后其他的日期可以自己跟家长一起看。